When you look back at yourself, what did you see from that Dallas game?
I thought for the most part I played with good rhythm and made good decisions where to go with the ball. I thought guys did a good job getting open. I thought we did a really good job protecting against a good pass rush. I think, it was just some missed opportunities that you'd like to have back, and but overall I felt like execution was good for the most part. We just gotta convert those opportunities.
Did you watch, since the Seahawks were on TV, did you know that you're playing the next, did you just sit back and watch that game?
I watched the first half. I go to bed pretty early, but I watched the first half and then obviously watched it on film the next day. But it was a good game. I thought Goff really played well. Tino played well too.
As a quarterback, when you watch those games, you just like to see the opposing quarterback just throwing the ball all over the place. You know what I mean? You like seeing the team defense you're going to play have a rough time.
I mean, I think you look. I thought the Seahawks defense played pretty well. I think Goff, really made some plays out of nothing. Did a good job finding guys. They did a good job, on a couple explosive catch and run and breaking tackles. So, when you're watching on TV, you can't see everything that's going on, and it's always interesting to look at it the next day and watch it on film, and then you can see, some more of the game. But the Lions played well. I thought the Seahawks have a good defense.
Is a perfect game a realistic goal for a quarterback?
I mean, you saw him do it. It's played well and obviously threw the ball accurately and made good decisions. So, I think you understand, the way the game works out. A lot of times you're going to have some incompletions, some throwaways and throws that you miss. So, definitely something to shoot for.
What was practice like today with neighbors not out there?
It was good. I thought we had a good day. I think. We got a lot of guys who can make plays. We've said that really through training camp and to now, and guys stepped up today and made plays. So we'll see what happens with Malik through the week, but confident in all our guys.
How much?
I was just going to quickly follow up. With him not within early stages, I guess prep-wise, has anything changed this week? With him not being able to get out there in meetings or anything?
No, I think our process is the same. The way we prepare and study, game plan, all that's the same. So, like I said, we'll see how he progresses through the week. But we're confident in our guys, and they've played well, through this part of the season.
How much changes if he isn't on the field, though? In regards to he's 13 targets a game. That's obviously a lot of passes that are going in his direction. Plays that are dialed up for him specifically.
I mean, there's no doubt he's been a big part of our offense so far, and someone who we've counted on, in a lot of spots. So, it'll change a little bit, but the guys we got out there, we have a lot of confidence in winning their matchups and getting open, I know we'll play well. So we're confident in whoever's out there, and we're lucky to have a deep group of receivers and a lot of talented guys.
You were efficient last game, but when you looked at the deep passes, what do you see either fundamentally in yourself or the reason why you weren't getting the ball out there to those guys in those plays?
I think each one's different. I think, through the first few weeks, I had overthrown a few in some situations, and, felt like, giving a guy a chance was the way to go, and then, left some short. So I feel like I'm in a good spot now, and I think it's about just trusting it and throwing it. I feel like I've thrown the deep ball well through my career, and I've always felt good about that part of my game. So confident I'll be able to do that well.
I think I know the answer to this, but is there anything physically, either with your knee or anything else, that would hinder your ability to make that throw?
No, nothing physical.
Thanks.
How do you feel like Jalen Hyatt's handled just not having a lot of playing time the first 4 games here, and do you think he could be ready for a big role this week if Malik can't go?
Yeah, I think Jalen's handled it well. He's a pro. He's a mature guy, and you've seen it out at practice. He's continued to show up and make a lot of plays, and I know it's frustrating for a guy not to get those opportunities on Sunday, but I thought he's handled it well, and I have a ton of confidence in him out there making plays, changing the game with his speed and ability to get behind the defense. So. I know he'll be ready to go.
Do you have a better feel, or how much of a better feel do you have of what this offense is now, 4 weeks into the season, maybe compared to this, going into week 1?
Yeah, I think we have a much better feel for what we do well. Guys we got, what they're good at, what our team's good at, and we'll continue to evolve that week to week. I think that's a continual process, but I feel like we've made progress through the first 4 weeks in terms of what we are on offense and our identity, but obviously still some work to do to get to where we want to be, and got to find a way to make a few more plays.
What do you see that as, your identity?
I think we've been efficient, in the past game. I think we've protected well. I think our guys have done a really good job getting open, catching and running, getting the ball in space. I think, obviously we didn't run the ball as well as we hoped the other night, but for the most part, I think we've run the ball well as a team, and guys up front have played well.
Daniel, the last couple games, you were protecting the lead in Cleveland. I think you guys ran the ball 3 times, attempted a deep field goal. And then last game, you guys get down to, I think, the 3, maybe, had 4th and goal there, kick a field goal. Would you rather see you guys as an offense be more aggressive in how it's called, giving you a chance with your arm to make plays in those situations?
I think every one of those situations is different. I don't think you can compare, one game to another, and it's not my job to make those decisions. I thought Dave's has a good sense for when to go for it, when to kick it, and I think he's done a good job making those decisions since he's been here. So, I think it's my job to execute, and I think you look back, you want to score on 3rd down, and that's your job. That's my job as a quarterback. So, we trust Dave's, and I thought he made a good decision the other night.